Hi guys, I'm Carly from All the Pretty Books. Hello and welcome back to part 2 of my 10 favorite Harry Potter book covers from around the world. And I don't think I said in part 1, but these covers do not include collector's edition, special edition, anniversary edition, or anything like that. These are just regular edition covers that publishers from around the world produced. And these typically are covers that I reach for when people are chatting with me about, maybe they want to collect translations, but they're unsure. And I always show usually these 10, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes less, to people because the cover art is so much fun. If you're new here, hi and welcome. I'm Carly. Like I just said, I've been collecting rare and signed Harry Potter books since 2009 and Harry Potter translations since around 2014. If you're not new here, hi and welcome back. I enjoy your support and I look forward to chatting with everyone in the comments. I hope your week has been good. Mine's been great. We recorded a great podcast episode last night. It was me, Melanie, and Eric and Peter, the Potter Collector, joined us, and we had so much fun. We always have fun anyway, and I will make sure to put our information for the podcast down below too. And now, part 2 of my 10 favorite covers from Harry Potter books from around the world. I love green. I've said, I think, most every episode on the podcast, my Instagram, and probably here that green is my favorite color. I love green. So it's no surprise that I love this Romanian translation of Chamber of Secrets. Romania is actually one of a growing list now of languages that have multiple translations. Romania has 2. This is the second translation of Chamber of Secrets published by Arthur. And this cover art is not unique. What I really enjoy about it, though, is that the publishers took pre-existing cover art and they made it their own. This is actually Johnny Duddle cover art, and what they did was they zoomed in on a piece of the cover art by Johnny Duddle and just really focused on that and pulled it out, framed it, and really set it off with a beautiful green background. So I really like that. I think it's very creative. I think it is a very clever way to use something that already exists and make the books look unique. And the green carries around here. So I would actually love to see them produce a different edition of the books, not because I love all 7 of these Romanian translations actually, but I would like to see what else they can do creatively because they seem to be very clever when putting books together, when designing covers and putting together cover art. So I'd like to see what else they would come up with. Another one of my favorites that cleverly uses pre-existing cover art is the Luxembourgish translation. This is the hardcover. There is a softcover edition as well. This is the hardcover of Philosopher's Stone. It uses the Thomas Taylor cover art that we first see on the Bloomsbury 1997 first edition of Philosopher's Stone. But they have put a nice big, it's almost like a pinky red border around it that's really nice and wide. And on the back side we have the Dumbledore wizard with kind of a purpley blue background. But I do like that they use the blue here on the spine's edges, and it really looks nice on a shelf. This book lives in my rare and signed case, actually in another room, because this book is not easy to find. The hardcover Luxembourgish books are actually a bit hard to find, quite hard to find. I want to say there's around 1,200 that were made, and as more collectors are joining the translation collectorship, the hardcover Philosopher's Stone Luxembourgish translation is, I would consider, definitely rare. Value is hard to assess because I really don't know of many that have sold on the open market. Most of the collectors that I know who have them acquired their books through Facebook Marketplace and other local e-commerce sites. Another one of my favorite covers is from the Czech Republic. And the Czech Harry Potter Philosopher's Stone covers are really fun anyway. I need to do a video on them because they really are pretty fun and unique. But for now, I'm just going to talk about this cover right here. This is the first edition of the Czech translation of Philosopher's Stone. It has unique cover art to the Czech Republic by Galina Miklanova. And the books themselves are really fun. There's some unique art that live inside the books as well. And I'll show those on another video about the books specifically, because they really do deserve to be highlighted. This cover art does wrap around the whole book, so it does carry over to the spine and to the back. And it's just so much fun. I'm sad to say it took me a shockingly long time to figure out why the hat that Harry's trying on has lips on it. It's a top hat. It doesn't look like any sorting hat that I'd ever associated with Harry. So I was really thrown off for a while about the top hat with lips on it. But it's the sorting hat. And I love the pre-movie, as we call it, the pre-movie font up here. And it's just a really fun cover. It's just really fun. And that also lives in my rare and signed bookcase, because the first states of that edition, or of the first edition, are getting harder to find even within the country itself. This is the large French edition of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. There is a smaller edition that actually carries the same cover art. There's actually a few, but I like the larger edition because I can see the art better, and I feel like the large editions are bound better. We have a nicer laminate cover, and I feel like it just shows the art off in a better way than the smaller covers or the smaller books do. So that's why I went with the large edition of the French translation of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. And to be clear, there are multiple editions of the French translations of Harry Potter, or the French translation of Harry Potter. There are multiple editions. And they're all great. I love the French cover art. It's definitely different. It's definitely unique. And I need to do a video more to highlight the French books, because they really are really fun. But yeah, I really enjoy, specifically from the edition that this particular book is from, this is my favorite cover. I really enjoy seeing Harry, Ron, and Hermione. And I think I love the colors used. I love everything about this cover art. So I had to include it on my list. Plus, I love how large the book is. The French editions are really fun for so many reasons. And last but not least is another Order of the Phoenix translation, this time from Finland. And the Finnish first edition books are all phenomenal. All 7. The cover artist did a phenomenal job. And all 7 are a delight to have. I know many collector friends who just collect book 1. But in many cases, they have all 7 of the Finnish books, because the cover art is so delightful. It's so charming in its own very cartoonish way. And one of the things that I love about the Finnish translation cover art of Order of the Phoenix is because the illustrator stayed very true to Joe's words about Umbridge's appearance. Joe in the book says that Umbridge looks like a toad. And the illustrator of the Finnish translation of Order of the Phoenix did not disappoint. Umbridge very much, in fact, looks like a toad on this cover. And I love it so much. And there's the back side. Interestingly, so I did not buy all 7 of my Finnish books at once. I bought them one at a time from different websites all over. And book 5 was the hardest to find. And I've found that to be true for my friends who collect all 7 or own all 7 of the books. They had the hardest time finding book 5. I'm unsure why, but that has been what they have said. So anyway, that is part 2 of my favorite Harry Potter covers from around the world. Did you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite amongst these 5? And I'll link part 1 down below too, so you can see. I really can't pick from among these 10 which one is my absolute favorite if I had to choose. They're all great for their own unique reasons. So I had to do 10. And honestly, it's really hard to choose outward of that because the cover art, for the most part, some of these translations, the cover art is just really fun. It's part of the reason why I collect how I do collect. But anyway, it's late. I've got to go to bed so I can go to work tomorrow. Tomorrow's my Monday. I wish you guys a wonderful week. And if you would like more Harry Potter content, I co-host a podcast called Dialogue Alley with Melanie, Eric, and sometimes Peter, and we are the official podcast of the Potter Collector. And we have so much fun on there, and I'll put our information down below there too. If you have any questions about collecting Harry Potter books, don't hesitate to ask. If you have questions about collecting signed Harry Potter books, I'm going to send you over to Adam with the Harry Potter Specialist, and I'll put his contact information down below too. And with that, I'm going to say y'all are great. Thanks for watching. Stay magical. And as always, happy collecting and good night.